When we're talking about narcissistic abuse, we are talking about being attacked. That's what the abuse part is. It's being under attack. And now there's a reason why this is so hard for many of you to accept, and it causes you to stay involved with toxic narcissistic people for far too long. It's a failure to accept that you are under attack, and it's for good reason. Many of you have a hard time understanding or accepting why you would be under attack by your own family, your own parents. Why would you be under attack by them, by your sister, by your brother, by your adult children, the very people who say they love you or call you family, yet you're under attack by them? Or your spouse, your husband, your wife, the very people who put a ring on your finger, stood at the altar, made all kinds of promises of how they will love you and care for you and nurture you. Yet, here you are, finding yourself under attack. So that's one reason why it's hard to accept that you are being attacked and take it seriously. But number two is that not all attacks are direct. There's direct attacks, being hit, punched, shoved, kicked, right? But then there are indirect attacks. And primarily when you're dealing with narcissistic people, whether it's family, spouses, coworkers, friends, whomever, you will experience the indirect attacks. And I want to read something to you here just to get this kicked off with, right? Indirect tactics, this is according to ancient Eastern philosophy, if it's efficiently applied, are inexhaustible as heaven and earth, meaning there's a never-ending infinite amount of ways that a person can be indirectly attacked. It's unending as the flow of rivers and streams. Like the sun and the moon, they end, but to begin anew. Like the four seasons, they pass away to return once more. In all fighting, the direct method may be used for joining battle, but indirect methods will be needed in order to secure victory. Victory in what? Well, the title of this book is The Art of War. Everybody say that together with me. The Art of War. Indirect tactics of abuse or attacks is a part of war. Now, I want you to hold on to that because we're going to come back to that in just a moment. This is what causes many of you to stay far too long in narcissistic, toxic relationships with your own parents, with your families, with your brothers, your sisters, your husband, your wife, your friends, your coworkers. You're in it because of a failure to accept the fact that you're under attack, which means you're in a war. Let's talk about this. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. Now, before I do get into this very deep message about the indirect methods of narcissistic abuse being an attack on your life, I want to let you know that I'm here to support you. Down in the description box, you'll find access for one-on-one appointments with me. I do take telephone calls as well as video calls through Zoom, FaceTime, and WhatsApp. So if you're in a relationship, whether it's family, a marriage, or a coworker experience, and you're experiencing indirect attacks, head on down there, schedule some time with me. I want to help you guide through this time of your life so you can come out the other side and not have anybody gain victory over your life. In addition to that, I do have a coaching program. My coaching program is live and in person each and every day. Now, the Royal We Coaching Program is here to support you, to guide you as part of a community. My coaching program is not some pre-recorded videos and some written material that I leave you with. I am taking my time each and every day to talk with you and to be there with you to answer your questions on a daily basis. So if you're looking for a community to be a part of, join the Royal We Coaching Program. All of this information to reach me is down below in the description box. So head on down there right now or as soon as this video is done and schedule the time that you need. Now we're talking about the indirect tactics of narcissistically abusive people. Once again, we all know what direct attacks look like. Pushing, shoving, kicking, yelling right up in your face so that you can feel the spit. Threats. These are direct methods of attacking. This is what battle looks like. We typically look at it is if we're not experiencing that, well, then we don't really need to worry. No, wrong. Because as it says in this book, The Art of, everybody say it together, War, indirect tactics are actually needed to secure victory. Victory in what? War. And by the way, what is victory to a narcissistic person that you're dealing with? Whether it's your family, whether it's your spouse, victory could be your submission. Victory could be destroying your life. Victory could be destroying your reputation. It doesn't matter what the victory is. The fact of the matter is if you're experiencing any of these indirect tactics, you are under attack because you're in a war. Let's talk about what these indirect tactics look like. What are very common? And by the way, narcissistically abusive people are excellent at indirect tactics. They rely on indirect methods of attacking you for obvious reasons. They can't get away with directly attacking you for too long because drastic measures will be taken. Cops will be called. They'll be arrested. They'll spend time in jail, yada, 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 on and on and on, right? They understand this. So many of them, psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists, whatever, though they want to attack you because they are at war with you, whether you like it or not. Yes, even your parents or your siblings, they're at war with you, right? They're not stupid enough to jeopardize their lives. Some of them are, but not all of them. So they will indirectly attack you, which makes it difficult for you to get out because of the reasons I opened this video with. But let's talk about what it looks like. All right. First and foremost, I want to say this. Because primarily it's using words. And you might be saying, well, how do you know if it's an indirect attack or not, right? Well, listen, if it feels like a gut punch, if words are spoken and it feels like a gut punch, then it is a gut punch and it's intended to be a gut punch. This is how you know you are dealing with indirect tactics of somebody who's at war with you. It's going to feel like a punch. Problem is we dismiss it. Some examples of this, primarily that you're going to see from narcissistic abuse, is going to be passive-aggressive comments. Passive-aggressive comments. Let's talk about what these are and why they're so effective at keeping you stuck in a toxic relationship as you continue to take a beating, right? Passive-aggressive comments. Oh, you're just selfish. You're just too sensitive. Passive-aggressive comments comes when they degrade you. They make ugly, nasty, vicious comments about your looks, about the things that you like, about the music you're into. It could be all this shallow stuff, right? And it is shallow. It's petty at the end of the day, but it hurts because they're attacking you and you know it. You feel it. It's a gut punch. Oh, you like that? Well, boom. I hate it. There you go. They want to knock the wind out of you. They want to knock the joy out of you. You're under attack. Your character's under attack. You could be trying to do what's right. They're going to say, oh, you just think you're better than everybody else. Attacking you. Boom. Right? What makes this so difficult to navigate and to accept that it is warfare is because of the way in which it's done that allows them to then change it up on you and say, no, it's not an attack. You're just too sensitive, which just becomes more of an attack. How many of you have heard that? How many of you have been in a family situation where you're demeaned, called names, cussed at, and then you're like, hey, whoa. It feels like you're taking shots at me here, okay? Come on, let's stop. Oh, you're just too sensitive. You're just too sensitive. You just can't take a joke. So what they're doing is they're using this indirect tactic as a way to hit you, but then withdraw their weapon, withdraw the hit, but after they hit you. It's a punch, but boom, that wasn't that hard. You're okay. But these things add up, and they keep doing this over and over. As it says in this book, it's inexhaustible. They can continue with these indirect, passive-aggressive comments. You're selfish. You're judgmental. You're too sensitive. You can't take a joke. You're ugly. Oh, why do you act so stupid? Why do you this? Don't do this. You drink too much, even though you have like a glass of wine. These are all indirect attacks, attacking your character. You think you're better than everybody else. You're judgmental. They're attacking your faith. They're attacking your character. You're under attack. But the passive aggressiveness means that they can say, no, I didn't mean it like that. You're just too sensitive, or you can't take constructive criticism, or on and on and on. They're attacking you. All right. So that's one example, is the passive aggressiveness That's an example of an indirect attack. If you're experiencing this, remember, it's a part of warfare, all right? What's another form of indirect attacking that can be overlooked? Gossip. Gossip is a huge form of an indirect attack. Gossip allows narcissistic people to conspire behind your back with other people. Now, I one time had a conversation with a narcissistic person that I was dealing with who admitted to me, no, Kevin, I don't remember people really talking about you. I remember a couple of times when I was around and these people were saying things that were controversial regarding you. And, and I was like, gossiping. Gossiping. Just say it. You were gossiping. You were there, a part of a group of people that were just gossiping about me. And this was in a family dynamic, right? I know how hard it is for you to accept that your family is doing this. It was hard on me. These people were calling themselves family, yet conspiring behind my back about me in controversial ways. And when I questioned this narcissistic person I was talking about, that was telling me this, I said, so they were gossiping about me. Then they were able to shift it. No. It wasn't gossiping. In fact, I don't even remember what they were saying. I don't remember. I don't recall. Well, wait a minute. You just said they were saying things that were controversial. What does that mean? But then again, when you're dealing with narcissistic people, they will refuse to be honest with you. You can catch them saying things like, yes, I was involved, and yes, we were all saying things, but then they can shift it. No, it's not like that. This is what indirect attacks look like. They're able to cause significant damage, but then change the story. This is what makes it so dangerous, and this is what makes it never ending, is because they can keep doing that so long as you believe it, so long as you stay in the relationship. They will continue gossiping. They will conspire behind your back. They will spread to the cousins and to the other people, and whoever will listen to them, they will conspire. And when you address it, they can say, no, we weren't doing that. No, I don't remember. Nobody said anything really bad, even though they just said, yeah, we conspired. Does make sense? This is why it is an inexhausting method found in ancient Eastern philosophy. And by the way, there's a reason why we said this together earlier. What's the title of this book? It's The Art of War. It's the art of what? Is it the art of family? No. Is it the art of love? Is it the art of marriage? No. What's the title again? The Art of War. Part of the art of war, according to this ancient Eastern philosophy, is indirect methods of attack. The very thing that you're experiencing within your family dynamics, within your marriage. And I know it's hard to accept because you don't want to believe that you are under attack by your own family members. Listen, Abel didn't want to believe that he was under attack by his brother Cain. And we all know how that story ended. Abel died by the hands of his brother Cain. How many people in this world, how many people have you seen on the news? Their lives have ended because of their failure to accept that they were in a relationship where they were under attack. Let me tell you something. The story of Cain and Abel exists so that you and I can accept this reality, so that you don't have to be Abel, and neither do I. That's why the story exists. The story doesn't exist so we can be like Abel. The story exists of Cain and Abel, so we're not Abel. We're not Abel. The person Abel, you know what I mean? The story exists so that we can look at the signs. We can understand when we are up against envy, jealousy, rage, hostility, aggression, and passive-aggressive, indirect attacks, and immediately say, this is warfare. It's not family. It's not love. It's not marriage. It's warfare. And it's their war against you. This is why we're talking about this. so you can accept and come to the reality that, yes, your own family can be at war against you. Your marriage partner can be at war against you. Some of your coworkers can be at war against you. So the first part of breaking free is to accept that. Stop standing around, taking the hits of passive aggressiveness, thinking that it's not a big deal, because it is. And they will hit you until what? They secure a victory, as it's said in here. Victory of warfare requires indirect tactics. Don't let them win. Don't give them a victory. Victory comes when you believe them that they love you. That's right where they want you while they keep attacking you. So what do? As a result of this, like I said, number one, accept that it's not love. Again, this book title, it's not the art of love. It's not the art of marriage. It's not the art of family. It's the art of warfare. Number one, accept that you are at war. In the Bible, it says, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. A lot of people focus only on the love part, but they fail to see the reality that Jesus is saying you have enemies. Some of these enemies are your family members. Some of these enemies are your in-laws. They hate you. They won't say it like that. They'll say it instead using indirect, according to the art of warfare, indirect methods, but make no mistake about it, they're saying, I hate you, and I want to hurt you, but indirect is all I've got, because I'm a coward, right? That's what narcissistic people will say, I'm a coward. And I can't outright say the honest truth of what I feel, so I'm just going to use passive aggressiveness. Listen, once you accept that you are under attack in these relationships and love is not a part of it, family is not a part of it, it is straight up being under attack. Now you can withdraw yourself and fortify yourself. Surround yourself with the people that you need. Reconstruct your life, build your fortress around you. The way to not be overtaken by indirect attacks of narcissistic people or of anybody is to first accept that it is an attack. You see, this book was written, and as you read deeper into this, it's with the understanding that the person, the other people, the other group, the other army doesn't know what they're doing. They're not able to understand or read the indirect attacks. That's why it's in this. It's a method. It's a tactic. So it's ineffective if you understand what it is. This is why we're talking about it, okay? Narcissists are ineffective with their indirect attacks if you accept it for what it is. It's warfare and you're under attack. Yes, even by your own family members. Accept it. That's the first part of starting to not lose, get away from being defeated. Because with that acceptance, you can now get away, you cut ties, you cut all the nonsense, the fake stuff, the shallow stuff, the pretending to be love, the showing up for them, the taking their invitations. You stop it, you end it because they're at war with you. That's the reality of it. You build your fortress up. You build your walls around you, whatever that looks like. And now you're no longer surprised. That's half the battle, is no longer being surprised by it. If you're no longer surprised, trying to figure out why they're attacking you on and on and on, it won't hurt as much. You'll expect it. Like any army, right? You'll start to see the enemy's darts flying from this angle, flying from that angle. That's how you'll see your narcissistic family members or spouse. Their words will come from this side and from that side, and you're going to be like, boom, I see you. Boom, I see you. I see that. Yeah, I see I'm under attack by you. Nothing's changed. I've always been under attack by you because you're a narcissistic warmonger. And they think they can crush you with their indirect passive aggressiveness or their indirect smear campaign or their indirect gossiping. But once you remove yourself, reconstruct your life, fortify your life, your heart, your surroundings, their passive aggressiveness, their indirect methods will then be ineffective. That's the good news. Listen, I'm here to help you to navigate through the situation. Like I said before, down in the description box, you'll find access for one-on-one telephone calls with me and video calls. So head on down there, especially those of you who believe you are under attack by your own family members, friends, coworkers, even your marriage And yes, many of you are. I know. Head on down there, schedule some time with me. Also, I do have the coaching program. My coaching program is live. So if you'd like to spend one-on-one time with me each and every day, then head on down there, become a part of the Royal We coaching community. I look forward to seeing you in there. And I'll be back with more videos for you right here on the Royal We. I know this was deep, but it's something that you needed to hear. I needed to hear it too. All right. So I'll be back with more videos for you. Before I do leave, be sure to check out one of these videos recommended to you by the YouTube algorithm. If you're new to the channel, hit the like and the subscribe button, would you? And share this video with somebody who needs to hear it. And I'll be back with more right here on the Royal We.